Hello guys, we are discussing various problems using nodal analysis. By using nodal analysis, you can find node voltages. So I already explained that what is the procedure for finding node voltages using nodal analysis. And also we have solved various problems in our previous video. In this session, we are going to solve two problems, that is problem number 4 and 5. Now see, for the given circuit, you need to find node voltage and at the same time current delivered by 24 volt source. Now here I am using 24 volt source. So I need to find how much current is delivered by this source. This is one parameter. Another one is what? Node voltage. So first, in order to find these two parameters, you need to identify what? The number of nodes for the given circuit. Node is nothing but what? A principal node. So see here, this 5 ohm resistor, 2 ampere, 20 ampere and 10 ohm all are connected a common place. This is V1. Now see, can I apply KCL at node V1? Of course you can apply, but before applying KCL, I need to consider that current is leaving from that node to the each branch. Okay, here current I1 is leaving from V1 towards 5 ohm, current I2 is leaving, current I3 is leaving from node towards the 20 ohm, current I4 is also leaving from node V1 towards 10 ohm. So if I apply KCL at V1, so I can write I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 equal to what? 0. Now without applying KVL, you know how to write I1, that we already discussed in our previous video. So I1 means what? So V1 with reference to what? 0. See here, for any given circuit, we have one reference voltage, that is 0 volt. You need to consider this as well. Okay. So identify number of nodes and consider V reference equal to 0. So V1 minus 0, see here we have another voltage source is connected with 24 volts, that is what? Minus 24. You already know why I am returning minus 24, right? By 5. Plus I2 means what? See, this is what our current, assumed current direction. Here you have current source, but the current source direction is opposite, therefore minus 2. Okay. So plus I3 means what? 1 and V1 is connected with reference to 0. So we don't have any voltage source here by 20. This is V1 and minus 0. So for I4 means 1 and V1 is connected. So with reference to 0 volts, another end 36 voltage source is connected. Minus 36 by what? 10 equal to 0. Now see, I can write with eliminating 0, V1 minus 24 by 5 minus 2 plus V1 by 20 plus V1 minus 36 by 10 equal to 0. Now what is LCM here? Of course LCM is what? 20. So if I write 20 here, 5 ones and 5 fours, therefore 4 V1 minus 4 into 24, you will get what? 96. And if I write 20 into 20 into 2, you will get 40 plus V1. And if I write 20 here, 10 ones and 10 twos, therefore this is a 2V1 minus 72, 36 into 272 equal to 0. If you solve this one, you will get the final equation is what? 7V1 minus 208 equal to 0. Therefore, from this V1 equal to 208 by 7. Therefore, the node voltage V1 equal to 29.7 volts. Clear. Now here see, you found the node voltage. What is the node voltage? 29.7. Now what you have to find? You have to find current delivered by 24 volt source. Now see what current is flowing in this entire branch? I1 current. So therefore I1 equal to what? V1 minus 0 minus 24 by 5 ohm. So you already have written instead of I1 this thing, right? So here I1 means what? The current delivered by 24 volts. Now see, you already know what is V1. V1 equal to what? 29.7 minus 0 means nothing, right? You can write minus 24 by 5. So if you cancel this one, therefore I1, you will get what? Equal to 1.14 ampere. This is 1.14 ampere. Now you can say what current is delivered. The current is delivered by 24 volt source is what? 1.14 ampere. Clearly what I did here, identify number of nodes, identify reference node. Then we need to apply KCL. Therefore you get equation 1. From that equation you can find V1. Once if you know the node voltage, you can find any other unknown parameter in the given circuit, or you can find current flowing at any branch in the circuit. Clear? This is our problem number 4. And now another problem. So here see, it is little bit different than our previous problems. Now here what we need to find, first thing you need to find node voltages. Another thing you need to find what? The voltage V. See here they didn't give any voltage, simply they have written V. But what would be the condition? Find the voltage V in the circuit shown below, which makes the current in the 10 ohm resistor is 0. So this is our condition. This is very, very important. Current in the 10 ohm resistor is what? 0. Okay. And you need to find voltage V and node voltages. So first we will follow our actual procedure. Then we will find the needed parameter. Okay. Now we need to identify number of principal nodes, right? See, already they have given this is one principal node, right? Because 3 ohm, 2 ohm and 10 ohm are connected here. This is V1. Now 10 ohm, 5 ohm, 7 ohm are connected here. This is our node V2. Now can I consider this is another node? No, only this is simple node. Now V reference is what? V reference equal to 0. Now I need to apply KCL at V1. So I need to consider that current is leaving from this source, right? So already they have written that current direction I1, I2, and this is my I3. So if I apply KCL at V1, so what I will get? I1 plus I2 plus I3 equal to 0. Therefore I1 is what? So V1 with reference to 0 minus, see here they have written given any numeric value? No, simply they give V. Don't get confused with V1 and V. These both are different, by 3 plus what about I2? V1 minus 0 by what? 2 plus what about I3? V1 minus 0 minus V2 by what? 10 equal to 0. So from this, can I take V1 common? Of course. So until now we did LCM. So we will do differently, another procedure. Now if I take V1 common, so I can write 1 by 3 from this. So from this, I can write 1 by 2. And from this term, I can write 1 by 10. Then I have another term is what? Minus V. So if I take minus V common, so I can write 1 by 3 here. Therefore, you have another term that is V2. If I take V2 common, what happened? 1 by 10. Okay, clear. Equal to 0. So you know 1 by 3, 1 by 2, 1 by 10. So if you submit that value and add everything, so for the equation, you need to write V1 terms, V2 terms, and constant term. So in that procedure, so my V1 term should be what? Just for time saving, I'm directly writing the answer 0.93 V1. So my V2 term is minus 0.1 V2. And here, what is the constant term? This V. So here 0.33 V. Okay, until now we get V1 term, V2 term, and there will be a coefficient. But here we have coefficient is what? V term. This is not a coefficient. V is what? A variable. Now see, if you apply KCL at node 2, so apply KCL at node V2. So before apply KCL at node V2, we need to consider that current is leaving. Therefore, this is I4, this is I5, and this is I6. So if I apply KCL at V2, you can write I4 plus I5 plus I6 equal to 0. Therefore, I4 means what? V2. So with reference to 0 minus V1 by 10. Now what about I5? 1 end of the 5 ohm resistor is connected with V2. Another end V reference by 5. Now what about I6? One terminal like 7 ohm, one end of the terminal is connected V2 and with reference 0. Another terminal of the 7 ohm resistor is connected minus 50. Okay, this is minus 50 by what? 7 equal to 0. So you can solve this one while taking LCM, or you can take V2, V1 constant common. So if I take V2 common, I can write 1 by 10. So from this value, and from this value, I can write 1 by 5. And from this term, I can write 1 by 7. Okay, clear. Now you have V1 term. So if I take V1 value, V1 common, so I can write 1 by 10. So nothing. So there is no another term. Now what is the constant here? Minus 50 by 7. So minus 50 by 7 equal to 0. Now if you simplify this one, you need to write V1 term, V2 term and constant value. Therefore here V1 term is minus 0.1 V1 and V2 term plus 0.44 V2 equal to 7.14. This is my equation 2. Now see here, can you find V1 and V2 by using equation 1 and 2, which we did in our previous videos? No, because see V1 coefficient you know, V2 coefficient you know, and V1, V2 coefficient you know from equation 1 and 2. But whereas here you have V, okay, you have V. This is what? A constant. So if you cannot find V1 and V2 from this equation 1 and 2, then what we need to do? So see here, what is our condition? So we need to find voltage V, which makes current at 10 ohm resistor equal to 0. What current is flowing? Current at 10 ohm equal to 0. So can you find current at 10 ohm? Of course. See, how can you find current at 10 ohm? So V1 minus V2 minus 0 by 10. So current at 10 ohm is what? V1 with reference to 0 minus V2 by 10. So what is the current at 10 ohm? Equal to 0. Therefore, from this I can write V1 minus V2 equal to what? 0. This is my equation 3. Now see, if you want to find V1 and V2 terms, the linear equation should be V1, V2 and constant. See here in equation 2, V1, V2 constant. So equation 3, V1, V2 constant. So by using equation 2 and equation 3, if you apply Cramer's rule for this two equation, you can find V1, that is delta V1 by delta, and you also can find V2, that is what? Delta V2 by delta. But from equation 1, equation 2, you cannot find that because in the constant value you have 0.33 V. Now you already know how to apply Cramer's rule for equation 2 and 3. I'm not going to explain everything step by step here. Just for time saving here, I will write directly what? The determinant, okay, of delta V1 and delta V2. So what is our equation 2? So equation 2 is what? So equation 1 is what? 0.93 V1 minus 0.1 V2 equal to 0.33. This is V, equation 1, and our equation 2 is minus 0.1 V1 plus 0.44 V2 equal to 7.14. This is our equation 2, and our equation 3 is what? V1 minus V2 equal to 0. So from equation 2 and equation 3, you can find V1 and V2. So what is the formula? V1 equal to delta V1 by delta and V2 equal to delta V2 by delta. So if you find the determinant of delta, so how can you write delta? V1, V2 terms from equation 2, V1, V2 coefficient from equation 3. So if you find the determinant of delta, you will get what? Delta equal to minus 0.34. And determinant of delta V1 equal to minus 7.14, and determinant of delta V2 equal to minus 7.14. So once if you know the determinant of delta V1, delta V2, you can find V1. So V1 equal to delta V1 by delta. If you submit that one, approximately the value equal to what? 21 volts. So if you submit delta V2 and delta, you will get the delta V2 node voltage, approximately it is also 21 volts. So you will get 20.88 something, that is approximately 21 volt and 21 volt. Now see what you can do, what you found here from equation 2 and equation 3, after applying Cramer's rule, you find V1 and V2. Now what we need to find? We need to find this V, right? So here they didn't give. How can you find? See in the equation 1, here you have V. If you submit V1 and V2, you will find what? V. Now what you have to do? V1, V2, submit in where? In equation 1. So 0.93, what is V1? It is approximately 21 minus 0.1. Instead of V2, you can also submit V1 equal to 0.33 V. Now if you simplify this one, therefore V equal to, you will get what? 52.81. This is what? A source voltage. So 52.81. Okay, clear. So this is all about nodal analysis, guys. So sometimes you cannot find V1 and V2 for the given equation, linear equation. That time we have to use the condition given in the problem. Okay, so here we took what? The condition, current at 10 ohm resistor is 0. If you don't understand this condition, it is very difficult to solve a problem by you in the nodal analysis. Okay, I hope the concept is clear to you. Thank you so much.